papers. That means the first one will be the numbers, okay, type of numbers, and then you have the conversion from fraction, decimal, percentage form, and you have BODMAS, and then the third one you have the what you call as the linear equations and also graphing and percentage, and lastly we have ratio. Okay, so you will have this part, right? So however, the first part, for example, will be maybe this one will be in the under the there will be 3 sections. One is for quiz 1, the other one is for quiz 2, and then the third one will be for the test. So it is optional for you to answer the quiz because we already have done the quiz. But if you are not sure that you are doing well in the quiz previously, then you can answer everything. Okay, so it's a choice. All right. So if you think that last time you didn't do well, and then maybe you have problem in terms of the submission, you know that you can't submit the previous quiz, so you can do the quiz for the quiz on Friday, right? So it will be under the same test paper, but it is divided into 3 sections, right? Okay. So let's look at this one. So I think for today, this one kita just tengok je lah. So apa yang kita akan you all akan nampak lah masa test nanti. So the first one will be the real numbers, right? So this is what we have done previously. This is the topic we have discussed in the first chapter or the topic 1. Okay. So we have looked through the set of numbers. So before we go through this one, so any questions related to this topic? So ada apa-apa soalan tak yang related to this topic yang you all masih lagi rasa kurang faham, yang perlukan penerangan yang lebih jelas? Okay, any? Ada apa-apa tak yang nak tanya untuk yang ni? So just if you want to pick, can just type at the you can just type over here. Okay, so that means you don't have any questions related to the problem to the real number system. So I hope everything is okay on that one. Okay, and then for the second part will be the fraction, decimal, percentage, and standard form, right? So in this case, you can use your calculator to perform this task. Okay, so that means you can just look at your calculator and try to figure out how to get the values for the percentage and standard form. Just remember that if there's no changes, for example, in this case, the standard form, sometimes you have 10 to the power of 0. So that means you have to write the standard form, even though you know that 10 to the power of 0 is 1. So you still need to write down the 10 to the power of 0 to show that it is in the standard form. Okay, so that is for the second one. And then you have the BODMAS. So remember, for BODMAS, you have to show the work. So you cannot use the calculator. You can only use the calculator for checking your answers. Okay, for checking your answers. Okay, other than that, you cannot use your calculator. For example, in this case, if you are using the calculator for this one to check your answer, you suppose this one, so you have this one, right? So you have 3 squared. So let me just change the mode first. Okay, you have 3 square and then minus. So you have 2 multiplied with negative, sorry. So multiply with negative 5. Mana pergi ya? Negative 5, for example, and then open bracket, and then 15 minus 6 close bracket divide by 9 plus 8 open bracket negative 5 plus 3 close bracket, close bracket, close bracket, close bracket. So maybe you want to check your answer whether this is correct or not. So you can just use your calculator and check your answer is going to be 51, for example, in this case. So let's see whether we can have the same one with this or not. So in this case, if you look through this one, so it's going to be, so you have this one is 9 minus, so you have 2, and then open bracket. So negative 5 multiply with 15 minus 6, you get 9, right? And then divide by 4, divide by 9, and then plus, you have 8, and then multiply with negative 5 plus 2, 3, you get negative 2. Okay, so this gives you 9 minus 2, and then negative 5 times 9, so you get negative 45. And then divide by 9 plus, and then 8 minus 2, this one gonna be negative 2. So this is gonna be negative 16. Okay, so next you have 9 minus 2. So negative 45 times divide by 9. So you get negative 45 divided by 9, you get negative 9. Sorry, negative 5. Sorry about that. Okay, you get negative 5 and then minus 16. So this gives you 9 minus 2 times negative 5 and negative 16. You get this to be negative 16 plus 5, you get 21, right? So this gives you 9 plus 42. So you get this to be 51. So this is the same as your answer just now using your calculator. So that means you can use your calculator to check your answer first and then do the process of BODMAS. Okay, one by one. So this one you have to show the works. Okay, because it says here evaluate the following expression without using a calculator. So that means you have to show the step by step. Okay, you have to show the step by step. So that is for the BODMAS. Okay, and then the next question is related to the question of linear equation. So in this situation, you need to solve for the variables, for the unknown. For example, the one here. So you have 3x plus 5 and then equal to 2 negative 6 minus x. So what you need to do is to expand and then solve for the value of x. So you need you have 3x plus 15 equal to 2 times negative 6. You get negative 12 minus 2x. So you combine x with x and values with values. So this one bring to the other side. The negative 2x bring to the left side. You get plus x 5. So you get this one to be 5x. And then equal to 15 bring to the other side become minus. So you get 27. So 12 and minus 15 you get minus 27. So here you get x is equal to negative 27 over 5. Or you can write this in the form of 5 times 5 is 25. So that means negative 5 2 to the power over 5 in the form of mixed numbers. Over 5. Okay, So that is for the linear equation. So you need to show the process. All right. Okay. So any questions so far? Okay. Okay. So that is for linear equation. And then under linear equation also, they give you questions related to given some information, and then you have to extract the information and solve the problem. So for example, in this case, we have the cost of 2 tables and 3 chairs is 2,900. If the cost of a table is 165 more than the cost of a chair, find the cost of a chair. So this is the situation where you have tables and chair, right? So in this situation, you need to identify or give a variable to one of the attributes. So in this case, let's say if you say that because they want to find the cost of a chair, so I might want to put X over here for the chair. And then for table, so it says here if the cost of a table is 165 more than the cost of chair, so this word more here refer to it is add the cost of table, you must add 165 to the cost of chair. So right now the cost of chair is X, so that means table will be X plus 165. Okay, X plus 165. And you know that the cost of 2 tables and 3 chairs, so that means 2x and 2x plus 165. So 2 table, right? So you know that in this situation, let me just rewrite this at bottom here. So you know that from this part, so you have 2 tables plus 3 chairs. Okay, so plus 3 chairs. Let me just make it smaller. Okay, and this must be equal to 2,900. Okay, it must be equal to 2,900. So let me just rewrite everything on the top here. I erase whatever on the top first. Okay, so you have 2 tables and 3 chairs. So right now you have 2 tables can be written as X plus 165. So X plus 165. And then plus you have 3 chairs. So that means 3 times X. And this is equivalent to 2,900. So this is the relationship that you get from the information. And from here, you can solve for the value of X. That means to find the cost of a chair. So you have 2X plus, so 165 multiplied with 2, you get 330, right? So 160 times 2, you get 320. So plus another 10, you get 330. And then plus 3x equal to 2900. So 2 plus 3, you get 5x. So 5x is equal to 2900 minus the 330. So minus 300, you get 26, minus 30, you get 2570. So you get 2570. So that means in this case, x is equal to 2570 divided by 5. So bring up my calculator. So you have 2570 divided by 5. So you get to be 504. So that means 514. So in this case, the cost of a chair is 514 ringgit, while the cost of the table will be 165 more than the chairs. So for table, you have to plus another 165. So you get 679, right? So that is for the linear equations where they give you situation, and from that particular situation you have to find the unknowns. Okay, so in this case it is either you use x for table or x for chair, but however, whenever you choose the use of x for table or chair, you need to synchronize with the given information. If you are using x for table, okay, if you're using x for table, in this case, let's say you have, okay, let's say y, table you use y. So chairs will be, so since chairs table is 165 more than chair, so if you use y for chair table, so that means chair will be y minus 165, not y plus, because it is lower, all right? So you have to be careful. So both of these will give you the same answer. Okay, the only thing that differ in terms of the selection of the unknown. So which part, which attribute that you want to give the selection notation. Okay. All right. So that is for the linear equation, and then the last, the next one will be in the form of given a linear equation, and from that particular linear equation you need to plot a graph. So in this case you just need to simply what you say here, you just need to simply fill in the blanks in the text, okay, in the box. Okay, you just need to fill in the blanks in the box. So let's say here when x is equal to -3, so you substitute -3 inside the given function. So in this case, y is equal to 1/2, 7 minus 3. So 7 minus -3 becomes 7 plus 3. You get 10. So 10 divided by 2, you get 5. So that means this one will be 5. Okay, and then for -1, so 7 minus -1, you get 7 plus 1, you get 8. 8 divided by 2, you get 4. And then for 1, 6 divided by 2, you get 3. And then for 3, 7 minus 3 is 4, 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, so based on this information, you have to plot the graph. So you plot the graph on a graph paper, and then estimate the value when y is equal to 2.5. So that is for this part. Okay, so that is basically the same information that you're going to see in the test, right? And then for the next value, the next one is simply fill in the blank. So this is related to the topic of percentage. Okay, so in this case, fill in the blanks. So 120 is, so remember when you deal with this kind of situation, make sure that they have the same unit. So in this case, this is in RM, this is in cents. Okay, this is in cent. So in this case, if 1 cent, 1 ringgit is equivalent to 100 cents, right? So 1 ringgit is equivalent to 100 cents. So that means in this case, you have to change whether to change this to cent to ringgit, or to change this into the RM into cents. So either way will be the same. Okay, let's say we change the RM into cents. So you have right now, so to convert this into RM into cents, you get 120 cents is. So is give you an equal sign. Okay, so let's say here you have X percent. So now you have X percent. So X divided by 100. Okay, the percentage you change into X divided by 100. So, and then of refer to multiply. So this one will be multiplication. Saya ubahlah, tak mau gunakan X lah sebab nanti confused dengan multiply. So let's say we use Z. Okay, you have Z multiply with 2000. So 2000 cents. So 2000 cents. So here you can cancel the 0. So you left with this one. Okay, and then here you have 0 on the right and also on the left. So you have 0 on the right and the left. So now you have Z is equal to 12 divided by 2. So which give you 6. So that means in this situation, RM $1 and 20 cents is 6% of 2000 cents. Okay, so that is the situation. Okay, there. The message. Okay, so that is the situation. Okay, let's see the next one. So the next one say the total sales of fund enterprise is 2019 were 74,200. If the total sales in 2018 were 63,400, determine the percentage change in sales from 2018 to 2019. So right now they ask you to find the percentage change. Okay, so how to find the percentage change? So in this case, the percentage change. Okay, I just use symbol over here. Let me just erase this one. Doesn't look very nice. Okay, so let me just use this one. Okay, here you have percentage change. So I use the triangle to show change is equivalent to, okay, all, sorry, not all, new value minus all value divided by all, and then multiply with 100%, right? So in this case, you want the percentage change. So the 2019 is 74,200 minus the 2018 is 63,400, and then divide by the old one, that is 63,400, and then you multiply with 100%. So this gives you the answer to be, so you have 74200 minus 63400, so give you this amount. So 13 sorry, minus, sorry. So 74200 minus 63400. Oh goodness. 63400. Ayah, what happened? Minus 6 lah, pasal apa ni? 63400. Alright. Oh, tambah satu juga. Okay, equal. Okay, 10800, and then take this value, divide by 63400. You have this value, and then you multiply with 100. Okay, so this gives you the value to be 17.035. Okay, you get 17.035%. So in this case, the percentage change is a positive value. So that means there is an increase of 17.035% in the total sales from 2018 to 2019. Okay. Any question on that? There. Okay, kalau tak ada. So the last one here, the question number 6 here, I have done this for you in the video. You can check on the video. So let me just go through one example, the next one for this part. So yang this part, you already tengok dekat dalam video. So let's see the next one. Okay, untuk yang next one, we look at this question. Where is it? Okay, let's see this one. Okay. Okay, it says here the ratio of male and female students in computer science department is 9:5. If there are 120 female students, find the total number of students in the department. So they ask you to find the total number of students. So what you can do here is just simply you have male, and then you have female, and then you have total. Okay, and then the ratio given here is for male and female, so 9 and 5. And then the other information given is the female, total number of students for female will be 120. So 120. Okay, so from this one you can see that you can also come up with the information. So in this case, you can give this as, okay, when you calculate the total, you know that 9 plus 5, you get 14, right? So you have 14 over here. So let's say you want to find the value of, let me check, let me use this one. Okay, let's say you want the value of the total, right? Because the question asks you to find the total number of students. So let's say this one is X. Okay, so in this case, you can use these 4 cells, right? So you have female and total. So how to come up with this one? So you get 5 over 120. This is equivalent to 14 over X. So finding for the value of X, you know that X is just simply equal to 14 times 120 and then divided by 5. Okay, so calculate this one, you get 14 times 120 divided by 5. So you get this to be 336. 336. If you want to find the value for the males, so in this case, male will be simply equal to the total minus the female. So this gives you 336 minus 120. So you get this to be 216. Okay, if you want to have the female. All right. So that is for the 2 quantities. And then for the 3 quantities, you have this one. So you have the ratio of storybooks owned by Salsabila, Sophia, and Shahira. So you have Salsabila. Okay, you have Sophia, and then you have Shahira, and then you have total. So you have the last one, right? And then the ratio given is 4, 5, 7. And then they give you the sum of their storybooks is 80. So the sum is 80. All right. So the question right now asks you to find the number of storybooks owned by each one of them. So that means in this case, you need to find for each one. So how to find for each one? Okay, let's say we give one first. Okay, so you have here, let's say you are looking for, suppose that you're looking for Shah first. So let me just take this one, X, right? So you know that 4, 5, 7, 9 plus 7, you get 16 over here, right? So you can use these two first, isn't it? To get the value for Shahira. So you have 7 over X equal to 16 over 80. So solve for this one, you get X is equal to 7 times 80 divided by 16. So this gives you, okay, 7 times 80 divided by 16. So this gives you 35. So that means X is equal to 35, right? So you cannot find, okay, you have to find the other two first, because you cannot just simply find the value of here. Kalau if you are using the two quantities, you can just find the other one by taking the difference. But right now you cannot do that because you have two unknown over here. So let's say this one is, okay, let's say I use Y over here. Okay, Sophia is Y. So you know that Y. So in this case, okay, you can take any of these two. So you can take these two, or you can take with the total. You can just also take with the 35. So let's say I just use this one, these two. Okay, so you can use these two. So you have 5 over Y is equal to 7 over 35, the amount that you found just now. Okay, so this gives you the solution to be Y is equal to 35 times 5 divided by 7. So you know that 7 and 35, so this is, you can cancel, you get 5 over here. So you know that Y is equal to 25. Okay, so now let's say this one is Z. So you know for Salsabila, so Z is just simply equal to 80 minus 25 minus 35. So 80 minus 25 and 35 you get equal to 60. So Z is equal to 20. Alright, so that means you have the values for all the three information. So in this case, this is you have this to be 20, this to be 25, and lastly you have 35. All right, so that is for the solution using three quantities. Any questions so far?